Hi there, and thanks for practicing with me today. Today we'll be practicing the Digestive series, which is a sequence that is built to help release discomfort from refeeding or from eating a large meal. You might want to bolster for practice today. Take a moment to get comfortable, and if it feels safe in your body, blink your eyes to closed. Notice any sensations in your body, and whether you're leaning forward or back, left or right. Press into your sits bones and lengthen the crown of your head high towards the ceiling of your space. Notice your breath. Check in with your mind chatter. Let's breathe together. Begin by exhaling any air out of your lungs. Inhale for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now begin to blink your eyes back to open. Perhaps swap out the cross of your legs and begin to take some circles with your neck any direction. Noticing any sensation that you get moving in this way. Pinpointing any areas of need for an extra stretch in your neck. Now the next time you have your right ear next to your right shoulder, stay there. Take a moment to play with the tilt of your chin to find a crunchy point you'd like to stretch. Once you've found it, sit into your sits bones to lift your heart. Perhaps bring your right hand to your head right above your ear to add just a little extra weight to this stretch. Soften your jaw and come back to your breath, sending your breath to the left side of your neck. Working this space helps to clarify our throat chakra, which can be very useful in healing eating disorders. We're about halfway through our time here, so if you'd like to find another place in the left side of your neck to stretch, feel free. Otherwise, keep on breathing. Inhale to the left side of your neck and stay for the exhale. If you have your right hand on your head, gently begin to remove your hand back to your lap and then roll your chin to your chest. Stay for a moment. Now begin to take those neck rolls in the opposite direction as before. That's normally the side that doesn't feel so natural. This time looking for any crunchy places on the right side of our neck that we'd like to stretch. The next time your left ear is next to your left shoulder, we'll stay here. Again, searching for that special point that needs the extra stretch. Lifting our hearts. Maybe bringing left hand to left head for that little extra pressure. And then soften your jaw, your eyebrows, and breathe into the stretch. We're about halfway there. If you'd like to change the stretch a little bit, either way, keep breathing deeply into the shape. Take one more inhale here. And one more out breath. Just like before, begin to release your hand from your head if you have that. Roll your chin to your chest. This time interlace your hands behind your head for a little back of neck stretch. Big breath in into that space. Big breath out, soften. And begin to release your grip, bringing your hands to your lap. Peace fingers to your third eye. Use that to lift your head nice and naturally. And take a moment to roll out shoulders and neck. Moving into our next shape. Butterfly pose. Bring your feet together and your knees out wide. You might bring your bolster to the earth in front of you, kind of at a diagonal between earth and forehead for a little extra support. If so, I suggest hugging the bolster. Otherwise, you can lie the bolster long in front of you and rest on it that way. Either way, relax the back side of your body, your jaw, your forehead. Sink into this hip opening, grounding shape, sending your breath to the back side of your body and into your hips. This shape helps with grounding, emotional release, as well as self-confidence. Give yourself 3 more rounds of breath here. And when you're finished, on an inhale, begin to walk your hands back up towards you, coming back to a seat. Set your bolster to the side and bring your hands underneath your knees to close your knees up. Plant your hands behind you, lift your heart, and windshield up your knees from side to side for heart opening hip release. Once you feel reset, begin to swing your legs behind you for embryo pose. We'll bring our knees and our feet together. Bringing our hips back toward our heels, allow your forehead to rest on your yoga mat or your bolster. Arms rest behind you, palms face up. Allow your shoulders to release down towards your mat for a nice back of shoulder stretch. Just like in butterfly shape, send your breath to the back side of your body, allowing for a little extra stretch. Feel your thighs starting to massage your digestive system, compressing that system and starting to signal it to start to process your food. You can amp up the amount of relaxation you get from this pose by swaying your head side to side, massaging out your third eye. Continue to breathe deeply in this shape. next inhales and exhales into this shape, signaling to the body that it's almost time to move on. Ready? Begin to walk your hands underneath your shoulders, pressing into hands and knees to lift you up to all fours tabletop. We'll take a few cats and cows to release our spine after this shape, and then we'll set up for our next shape. Once your spine feels reset, begin to swing your legs out in front of you. We'll bring our feet together and our knees wide, just like we did in that forward bend. But bring your bolster behind you. Plant your hands behind you, start to walk them back to drape your torso over the bolster to rest and recline butterfly pose. You can rest your arms along your sides. Bring one hand to heart, one hand to belly. Or if the hip opener is too intense, you can create fists with your hands and then slide your fists underneath your hips for a little extra support. Blocks underneath your knees can substitute for this if you have them. If this is still too much of a hip opener, feel free to rearrange your legs long in front of you or to keep your knees bent but to knock them together for a different leg variation. This is a very gentle heart and throat opener, undoing a lot of the seated activity that we do every day in slouched positions. Allow yourself to relax here. We'll be here for a few moments. We are about halfway through our time in this shape, so if you'd like to make any adjustments, now is a great opportunity. Otherwise, continue to deepen your breath and to relax here. Take 3 more rounds of breath here in reclined butterfly shape. Now begin to bring your left or your right arm overhead, rolling over to that side, finding the fetal position. Once you're there, slide the bolster off of your mat, and then rest here, noticing any sensation in your hips or across your heart space from reclined butterfly shape. Now begin to roll back onto your back. Extend your left leg long, hug your right knee into your chest for when removing pose. Bring your knee more on the outside of your rib cage towards your right armpit, and then give it a big squeeze. Relax both legs and soften your shoulders back down onto the mat. Breathe deeply here, allowing your thigh to compress your abdomen, to work your ascending colon. We'll be here for a few more moments. It might feel good here to circle out your right ankle, loosening up that space. Either way, continue to breathe deeply here. We've got a few more rounds of breath on this side. One more honest inhale here. Your exhale, supine twist. Use your left hand to guide your right knee across your body, perhaps finding your bolster or a block. You can reach your arms out to a T or a cactus, perhaps gazing over your right shoulder to complete your twist. Once you land, relax your hips, your shoulders, and the muscles in your face. Flip your palms to face up to allow your shoulders to relax on your mat more easily. Twists are detoxifying to the body, wringing out your systems like a little sponge. So enjoy the benefits as you relax here a little longer. Breathe in and then let it go. With your next inhale, begin to unwind, bringing your knee back overhead. You might take a moment to shift your hips, hug your right knee back in, and then swap it out for your left. Setting up for when we're moving pose on this side. Bring your left knee more on the outside of your rib cage towards your left armpit. Wrap your arms around your legs, give yourself a big hug. Here we're compressing the descending colon, helping to signal it to start to process your food, also flushing out any toxins and giving it fresh new blood, nutrients, and oxygen. You might also notice a stretch on your right hip flexor and your left glute. If it felt good to circle out your ankle previously, do so here. And otherwise, relax as much as you can. We'll be here for a few more moments. Supine twist. You might bring your prop to the other side and then use your right hand to guide your left knee across your body. Again, take a moment to get set up. Perhaps shifting your hips a little to the left to allow your spine to remain nice and long in this shape. Moments here. Continue to relax and to sense the sensations in your body. Use your next inhale to unwind, resetting your hips, and then hugging both knees into your chest for full when removing pose. Make sure that both knees and ankles are parallel to one another here, not crossed. And then firmly pull both knees into your chest, massaging your transverse colon. As much as you can, breathe deeply here and relax your shoulders down to the mat. We'll be here for several more rounds of breath. Take about 3 more rounds of breath in full when removing pose. Make them count. Exhale, happy baby, capturing outer edges of feet, ankles, or behind your knees. If it feels good to sway side to side here, giving your lower back a free massage, please be my guest. Happy baby is the last shape that I have planned before Shavasana. So if there's anything else you'd like to take, please do so. And when you're ready to stretch out into your final Shavasana, it is yours. Feel free to use your bolster underneath your knees or your spine for a little extra support. And please surrender here as long as you'd like. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Check back, I'll be posting new sequences frequently. Have a great day. Namaste.